It's a great day to be in real estate. This is Dwayne Beisner, sales manager and sales representative for ERA Real Estate. Today is September 30th, 2010. And for the quote of the day by James Truslow Adams, there are obviously two educations. One should teach us how to make a living, and the other how to live. And for my joke of the day, a couple's dressed and ready to go out for the evening. They phone for a cab, turn on a nightlight, cover their pet parakeet, and put the cat out in the backyard. The taxi arrives and they open the front door to leave. Suddenly the cat then that they put out scoots right back into the house. They don't want the cat shut in there because she'll always try to eat the bird. So the wife goes out to the taxi while the husband goes back in. The cat runs upstairs with the man in hot pursuit. The wife doesn't want the driver to know the house will be empty. She explains to the taxi driver that her husband will be out soon. He's just going to go upstairs to say goodbye to my mother, she says. A few minutes later, the husband gets into the cab. Sorry it took so long, he says as they drive away. Stupid hag was hiding under the bed. Had to poke her with a coat hanger to get her to come out. Then I had to wrap her in a blanket to keep her from scratching me, but it worked. I hauled her fat butt downstairs and threw her out into the backyard, upon which the cab driver hit a parked car. And for the business tip of the day, your initial success in sales will be in direct proportion to the quality and quantity of the presentations you give. Think about it. And for the Darwin Award of the day, the 82nd Airborne Division was on its periodic training junket to Fort Polk. One of the many items stressed at briefings before a training mission of this proportion is the fact that there are many untrained people running around in the area at all times of day and night in all kinds of vehicle, most of them large. During the training, the people were reminded that when sleeping in the woods at night, to be sure to sleep at the base of large trees. Drivers may or may not be wearing night vision equipment and may or may not be familiar with the roads. Sleep next to a tree and you'll wake up in the morning. Even the most misguided driver will avoid a large tree, thus assuring your own safety. This reminder was repeated in light of recent events. An Army major had been assigned to the 82nd Airborne Division as an observer-controller. One night, he decided to bed down at what seemed to be an unused old trail. Perhaps the random driver took a wrong turn in the darkness, or perhaps he took a shortcut from point A to point B, but somehow this driver found him on a road with a few disconcerting bumps. He continued to drive on. A young private assigned as the major's radio operator roused himself from sleep at the base of a large tree several feet from the trail to discover the body of his charge. One poor decision took the life of the major, a man with a college degree, a commission from Congress, and years of responsibilities, including reminding trainees to sleep away from roads. He was pronounced DRT. Dead right there. Okay. And for social commentary, North Korea actually prints photos or releases photos of their heir apparent. This comes from Kelly Olson, Associated Press, Seoul, South Korea. North Korea introduced its heir apparent to the world Thursday, a chubby-faced young man with a serious expression, combed back hair, cut high and tight on the sides, and wearing a communist-style black suit. State media published the first official images of Kim Jong-un, the youngest son of leader Kim Jong-il, who appears destined to inherit control of the impoverished nuclear-armed state. Oh, I guess that's a promotion? Wow. North Korea television broadcast video of a meeting with North Korea's ruling Workers' Party held Tuesday, including images of Kim Jong-un, who was positioned in the front row during a speech and shown standing and clapping vigorously with the other delegates in the cavernous venue. North Korean authorities confirmed to TV news agency APTN in Pyongyang that the man shown in the footage is indeed Kim Jong-un. A photo of senior Worker Party's officials also appeared on the front page Thursday of the authoritarian regime's main newspaper, 2 days after the party concluded its biggest political gathering in 30 years to elect new leaders. An article listed the names of those in the pictures, which was taken outside the Kamonsan Memorial Palace, where the embalmed body of the country's founder, Kim Il-sung, lives in state. What kind of state must he be in? The still and video images confirmed what many analysts suspected for the past 2 years, that Kim Jong-un, believed to be in his 20s, has been anointed to succeed his father and carry the family's rule into a third generation. An expert on North Korean politics at a think tank near Seoul said the photo signals a significant change in how the regime will run. Now Kim Jong-un will manage all domestic affairs and Kim Jong-il will handle the bigger issues and just provide guidance on the rest. From now on, we'll see and hear more about Kim Jong-un than we will about Kim Jong-il. It's a sign that relations with South Korea are likely to remain rocky. The North and South ended their first working-level military talks in 2 years Thursday with no progress as negotiators stumbled over the deadly sinking of a South Korean warship plane on Pyongyang, Seoul's defense ministry said. The meeting came hours after North Korean Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs Pak Kil-yong vowed at the United Nations that the North would strengthen its nuclear capability in response to what he described as hostile moves by the United States, of course. Several purported photos of the younger Kim have circulated for some time, mostly obtained and published by Japanese media. Kim Jong-il's former Japanese chef said Kim Jong-un resembles his father in looks, taste, and personality, going so far as to call him a spitting image. Okay, I think it's supposed to be splitting image. Oh well. Anyway, that's really just too bad because his dad's very ugly and very strange. And it does appear that North Korea will continue to be an isolated, lonely country, and that's something that the Japanese finally woke up and realized doesn't work. Isolationism in this day and age does not benefit your own country. So I guess North Korea will continue to be the worst run country of its size in the world. Congratulations. For the real estate news, JP Morgan halts more than 50,000 foreclosures over possible flaws as the industry problem grows. This is from Jana Heron and Alan Zeibel, AP real estate writers. In New York, JP Morgan Chase has temporarily stopped foreclosing on more than 50,000 homes so it can review documents that might contain errors. JP Morgan's move Wednesday makes it the second major company to take such action this month, underscoring a growing legal problem. The issue could stall an already overloaded foreclosure process. Still, analysts don't expect the delays to reduce the number of foreclosures over the long run. It will probably slow things down for a couple months while these documents are reviewed, said Rick Sharga, a senior vice president at foreclosure listing service Realty Track Incorporated. But it won't stop things. But if the problems turn up at more of the largest mortgage companies, a foreclosure crisis that's already likely to drag on for several more years could persist even longer. GMAC Mortgage last week halted certain evictions and sales of foreclosed homes in 23 states to review those cases. The company said it found procedural errors in some of the foreclosure affidavits. After GMAC's announcement, attorneys generals in California and Connecticut told the company to stop foreclosures in their states until it proves it's complying with state law. The Ohio Attorney General this week asked judges to review GMAC foreclosure cases, and in Florida, the state Attorney General is investigating 4 law firms, 2 with ties to GMAC, for allegedly providing fraudulent documents in foreclosure cases. Oh boy. The way the way mortgages are packaged and sold to many investors as securities can make it hard to determine who has the right to foreclose on a particular homeowner. In some states, lenders can foreclose quickly on delinquent mortgage borrowers, but in 20 states, there's a lengthy court process for foreclosures, and they require documents to verify information on the mortgage, including who owns it. Florida, New York, New Jersey, and Illinois are among the biggest states with that particular process. Christopher Emmel, a Florida lawyer who represents homeowners, said people who have already lost their homes could sue their lender, alleging errors in documents. It just gets better and better, doesn't it? But as I always say, this is the best buyer's market you and I will ever see. Look at the prices. Look at the interest rates. Never going to happen again. Perfect storm. If you're thinking about cashing in on this market and becoming a investor or moving up to a bigger home or whatever the case may be, give us a call here. We can help you anywhere in the world. ERA is global. My name again, Dwayne Beisner. My phone number is 714-996-3000, and my email is duane.beisner@era.com. Thank you for listening, and have a wonderful day. This is Dwayne signing off. Happy trails to you, as always. Proud to be an American.